After the British Grand Prix, Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton trails championship leader Max Verstappen by just 8 points. Lewis's teammate Valtteri Bottas is currently 4th and 69 points adrift of Hamilton. With 13 races to go, Bottas can mathematically still fight for the title, but team principal Toto Wolff feels otherwise from a realistic standpoint. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Formula World, the 2021 Championship and Mercedes' difficult discussion with Bottas. Wolff began by explaining how Bottas had a brilliant weekend at Silverstone, as quoted by F1's official website. He had a brilliant weekend in my opinion, because he could have been on pole if he would have had a tow on Friday night, and that was obviously impacting his performance. If you're on pole, it's much easier. He then pointed out how while Bottas was quick, Lewis was faster on the hard tyres during their final stints in the race. He was very quick during the race, he drove a really solid race, and Lewis, coming from behind on that hard, was just in another dimension to everyone else on track. He then praised Bottas for his team spirit while pointing out that he was the second fastest car in Silverstone that day. Valtteri was the second quickest car out there and helped Lewis to secure the way, and Valtteri's just a great team member and great driver with the right character and personality. He confirmed that they have already had discussions about Bottas's role in the championship fight. It is very important because, statistically, his odds to win the championship are very small compared to Lewis, who is very much in the fight, and we have discussed that, and as difficult as it is for a driver, there is no room for margin here in this year's championship. He signed off by addressing rumours Bottas will leave Mercedes at the end of this year, as quoted by Ilta Sanomat. If there is a situation where we want to give someone else a chance, it's not just about my relationship with him. It is my duty to give him a great future because he deserves it. He has been a teammate of the best F1 driver in history, and it is not always easy to shine in it, but he has been fantastic. Fast feed. Retired F1 driver Ralf Schumacher feels that Aston Martin's Sebastian Vettel is entitled to other activities outside racing too, but the most important thing should be to have your teammates under control. Last year, Sergio Perez was always 2 or 3 tenths faster than Stroll. It should be easy for Sebastian that he is consistently faster than Stroll, Ralf added. He also revealed that he has heard there are many internal problems at Aston Martin. Some engineers are disappointed that other people are being brought in, and at some point, team owner Lawrence Stroll will question the project and leave. "Come on, we've got to wake up and do something," Alfa Romeo's Kimi Raikkonen said to his team via team radio. Following the race, he clarified he'd much rather fight for the position. "Finishing 11th or 12th doesn't really help us," Kimi added. McLaren's Daniel Ricciardo is definitely happy on paper, or happier with the first top 5 of the year. He added that it's still definitely at times frustrating, but he's probably past the point of being frustrated. He thinks now it's kind of a reality that he's still needing to find some more and just be at one with the car. That's probably the best way to put it. His team principal, Andreas Seidel, is very happy with the progress Daniel made. A really good step forward in qualifying on Friday, and then he managed to pull off some good races, which is great to see. Looking forward now to Hungary, he added. There's still obviously things to improve to match Lando, but the important thing is he's making steps, feeling more comfortable in the car in both quali and the race, and it was a big step forward compared to previous races, which was good, Seidel surmised. FIA race director Michael Massey has suggested that as a regulator, you're always going to come out like any referee in any sporting competition, so there's always going to be an element of it. But whatever sniping is happening between Mercedes and Red Bull behind closed doors is not of concern to them. They judge it on what happens out there on the sporting field or on the track. Everyone is looking after their own patches of turf, so to speak, as you'd expect, but he treats them all equally, Massey concluded. Williams CEO Jost Capito thinks that at the moment they do not exclude any driver who would be available for next year. Nico Hülkenberg is available for next year, so they've got quite a long list. The main thing is that we want to have the best drivers that are available and interested to drive for Williams and interested in doing the job for Williams. It's not definitely the driver who wants to be world champion next year. For us, he would be in the wrong team, Capito clarified. Would Nico Hülkenberg be a good fit at Williams? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.